Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. I'm going to speak fast because the topic is too long a little bit and we have limited time. Don't worry, this is not about beheading, this is about the beautiful Islam religion as it is, which is a religion of deception. However, Muslims, they say that we Christians, when we say that the God of Islam is the God of deception, we are lying. All of you know that my first book name, The Deception of Allah. And this is the book in front of you. Now the Muslims, they say that my translation for the verses in the Quran is absolutely false and it's wrong. And it's not truthful and whatever. Now they posted in their Facebook what is called refute. They are refuting us. And they say Christians like Sam Shamoun, etc. Those people, they are lying about Islam, and Allah is not, the Makkar does not mean the deceiver. And you see, I'm going to go with the choice of Muslims and whatever they select. Chapter 8, verse number 30. This is their choice, not my choice. This is the first choice, actually. Here we go. Number 1. And they choose Quran 8:30. And this is their translation. You see, Muslims, they pick up the translation they like. However, we go to the Islamic website and to see what is the translation of 8:30, or let us say all the possible translations for this verse. We go here, we found the following. This is the one, because I want to choose the one they choose, not something I choose. This is chapter 8, verse number 30, and you will see here the translation as an example of Biktal. Like the Muslims, when they speak about the infidels, they say plotting. The infidels are plotting. The word makar, the same word. It's the same word used for both, one for Allah, one for the infidels. And when they translate it, either they say plotting for the infidels, and when they say Allah, he says plan. But if you go in Biktal exposed them. Biktal is a Muslim, right? Muhammad Biktal, his name is Muhammad Biktal. So, and when those disbelievers plot against thee, O Muhammad, etc., what Allah did? They plot, but Allah also plot. And Allah is the best of the plotters. So Allah is what? Is the best of the plotters. Now, did Muhammad Biktal, he lie in his translation? Well, the Muslim, they have to find out, and they have to call him a liar from now on, because obviously he is exposing the Quran. This is not my translation. You know, you want to say we are lying in the translation. Now, why a Muslim, he is translating the word makar about Allah the same as I'm saying? Something wrong here, something fishy. However, I made many videos to show Muslims how false their accusation and their translation, etc. But still Muslims do not agree. So I was wondering who can help me, who can help me. So I found someone, he is very helpful. Now who is that helpful man? It is Muhammad himself. Muhammad, he have a prayer he made, and this is the book of At-Tirmidhi. And Muhammad, he pray, he say, and he used the same word makar. Muhammad, he says, Rabbi a'inni wa la tu'in alay wa ansurni wa la tansur alay wa umkur li wa la tamkur alay. This is the word makar. You see it? And this is the word makar. Now we go and read the translation. Muhammad is asking his God to do something for him, to do makar for him. Makar, Muslim, they say it's a good plan of Allah. This is what I'm saying. It's a plan, not a deception, not a deceiving. We go and read the translation, which is made by Muslim. This is sunnah.com in front of your eyes. This is not my website, not my translation. I have nothing to do with it. Muhammad praying, saying, okay, here we go, let us read together. My Lord, O my Allah, aid me and do not do aid against me, and grant me victory and don't grant victory. And he continues saying, and don't grant victory over me, plot for me. This is the translation for the word here, makara, wa umkur. You see the word wa umkur here, this is the one. Plot for me, and do not plot against me. I'm not the one who's saying that. You see, I'm not the one who's saying that. This is your prophet, the prophet of all the Abduls, the most powerful, beautiful prophet, the one who loved kids to the point he want to have sex with them, the one who teach love to the point he said Allah spread hate between the Christians and the Jews, the one who teach amazing discoveries like monkeys are coming from the Jews, And rats, they used to be Jews too. Science. So this is your prophet himself saying, Allah, don't plot against me. Plot for me. Do you see it? And this is the translation for the word makr. وَلَا تَنْصُرْ عَلَيَّ وَامْكُرْ لِي وَلَا تَمْكُرْ عَلَيَّ. I think this is more than enough to prove that Muslims are lying when they translate. Not only Biktal agree with us in the translation, there's many verses actually speaking about the deception of this, Allah do deceive. Now what about Allah, he lead people into astray? To confirm this, there's the other word in the Quran, not the word makr, which is yudil. Allahul mudil. What mudil mean? Let us see. If we take different word in the Quran, which is mudil, we go as an example to chapter 488. This is an example. There's many verses, by the way, speaking about that, but we will choose one because one is enough to prove the whole point. In chapter 4, verse 88, it says that the one who Allah misguide, nobody can guide him. Now, in here the translation is saying the one who Allah made him go astray. Now you can go to the dictionary and you will see that the word astray means to cause someone to go in error, out of the right way. Correct? You can go check it yourself. You will go like this is dictionary. Away from which is right into error. Isn't this a deception? How you cause someone to go in error unless you are doing deception? It's impossible, right? Because if you know it's an error, he will never do it. So you cause him to go in error by lying to him, by saying this is the right thing, and you deceive him. So this verse again proved to us that Allah is a deceiver, and the word yudallil, no Muslim, you see, when Muslims speak in Arabic, they will never speak to you about it is yes deceiving or not. All Muslims who speak Arabic, they agree right away. But because they know that they can play with you, you are a German, you are Australian, American, Canadian, you don't know Arabic, so you can play the game. But it doesn't make sense because even in their translation, we can expose them easy. Like the one who Allah made to go astray. How he will make you go astray? How he will cause you to go in error? If you go actually different verse in the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 44. 143. It says that the one who Allah take him to go astray, nobody can guide him. In different translation, it says differently. In the translation of Shakir, it says the one who Allah cause him to be in error. What Allah cause? Cause you to be in error. How Allah can cause you to be in error? He will deceive you. And why Allah want to cause someone to be in error? And remember here, it's talk about guidance. I'm not the one who's saying that. You see, it says here that the one who calls him out of guidance. So you will never find for him a way of guidance. So he's causing him which kind of error? Like error to find his way to go to a city? No, it's error about worshipping God, about believing the truth, about finding the truth. So the God of Islam will misguide you and will deceive you, and that will what will happen to you exactly. If you go to different chapter 40, verse number 34, you will see the word clearly coming from the translation of Muslims, and this time it is Biktal, saying, thus Allah deceived him who want. You know, like those who he don't like them. Allah do what? He deceive. Does it say that he deceived? How he deceived them? As we showed you that he take them out of guidance so they go to hell. Now to make this is more clear, not only in the Islamic translations the word deceiving, the deception of Allah is showing, and Allah caused people to go astray, and Allah caused people to go in error, and Allah do makr, and Muhammad, remember this hadith which is very important, Muhammad himself asking his God Allah to do makr for him. As I showed you this one, I don't want you to forget, because this one is one of the most powerful proofs against Muslims, because the one is using this word here is Muhammad, and he is the one is asking Allah to do makr for him, which means to deceive and to plot against for Muhammad, not against Muhammad. So this is what Muhammad God do. He always plot. But it's a plot against who? He might plot against Muhammad, he might plot against Muslims, he might go against you. Actually, right now I'm going to show you a very crazy madness of the Quran and the Islamic religion, which is Allah plotting even against Muslims. You believe it? The Muslim believe in something called destiny, al-qadar. It is one of the pillars of Islam you have to believe in. Al-qadar khayruhu wa sharruhu. You have to believe in destiny, bad and good. Now what is destiny in Islam? It's about the deception of Allah. Let me show you. This is an extreme important hadith in the book of Sahih Muslim, exposing the filthy religion of Islam. Because this hadith, this story here, destroy and the belief. This is one of the pillars of Islam. This is not a joke. This is not just a story. A Muslim who don't believe in this, he's not a Muslim. He's out of Islam. He's a kafir. Very simple. Look in here what Muhammad he says. Look at the deception of Allah. You can read the whole story, but because we don't have much time, here first, when you are a baby, you're not even born, Allah he sent an angel. According to the hadith here, by the way, the science of Muhammad, that the Muslim person or a human being, he will be 40 days as a sperm, 40 days as a clot, and then 40 days as a clot of a blood, and then he will become a loom for 40 days, which means total of 120 days. To have a baby is 120 days, not 9 months. And then an angel will come to you, and he is going to give the instructions concerning 4 things. Instructions of what? That is the plan of Allah. That is the plan of Allah for you. What kind of a plan it is? Let us see. He will decide your livelihood, your act, your behave, your fortune, your deed. Which means you will not, when you do deeds, good deeds or bad deeds, you are not the one who is doing it. It's Allah who decides for you. It is the plan of Allah, the deception of Allah. Then he continues saying, and he swear by Allah, Muhammad saying, by him, beside whom there is no God, that one amongst you act like the people of deserving paradise. He do what? Act like people deserving paradise. Until between him and paradise there remains but a distance of a cubit. This is how close you are to heaven, to paradise, and you are acting like people of paradise. When suddenly the written of destiny overcome him, which means the plan of Allah. Overcome him, what does that mean? Cause him to be in error. Allah will misguide you suddenly. Allah will deceive you suddenly. You are acting all your life as the one who will go to paradise. That's it. Your destiny is paradise. You are praying, you are killing Christians, you are raping women, you are stealing, you are cursing the Christian, the Jews, you force them to spit in their face, you humiliate them. You do everything Muhammad told you to do. You marry children, all the bad things in your life you do to go to heaven of Allah. But yet, suddenly, what is written of destiny overcome him, which means the plan of Allah is going to overcome you. And suddenly you will go in error. Why you are going in error? Because Allah will cause you to go in error. And what you will do? You will start acting like those who will go to hell. Like giving charity, being a good person, you don't hate the Christians, you don't want to kill the Jews. That will make you go to hell in Islam. This means all the teaching of Muhammad is nothing but a fabrication, because you convert to Islam or not, you act as a Muslim or not, you pray as not or not, who care? At the end of the day, is the plan of Allah will take over, and suddenly will take over you, and you have no choice to do or not to do. Allah will cause you an error, or he will do the opposite. And then the same for the one who was going to hell. Look in here, it says, and another person who act like is going to hell, until there remain between him and hell the distance of a cubit. So he is a bad person, he will go to hell supposedly. This guy, he never killed any Christian, that's why he's bad. So until he is almost in hell, but then the destiny of Allah overcame him and began to act like people of paradise, and he entered paradise. So what is the point of believer and non-believer? If Allah already decided for us before our birth, when we are in the womb of our mother, he put instructions and he decided for us where we will be. That is the most deception religion ever I can imagine. This is why Muhammad, he is asking his God to do makr for him, to plot for him, not to plot against him. And this is why this religion is an evil deception religion. You know, you believe or you don't believe, at the end of the day, it's what Allah decides for you before even your birth is going to happen. What a stupid religion, what a funny religion, what a funny logic. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, made by a dummy, for the dummy, I mean.